again to At the Kitchen Table. I'm so glad you're here with me. I do believe I have a word to share with you that was going to encourage you today. We're going to be reading in Daniel in the 10th chapter. We'll read about 3 verses in there. And also I want to read to you Daniel the 9th chapter. Just one verse over there. Daniel's the 9th chapter and the 21st verse says, "Yea, while I was speaking in prayer, even the man Gabriel, whom I had seen in a vision at the beginning, being caused to fly swiftly, touched me about the time of the evening of oblation." And in the 10th chapter, verses 11 through 13 say, "And he said unto me, O Daniel, a man greatly beloved, understand the words that I speak unto thee, and stand upright, for unto thee am I now sent. And when he had spoken these words unto me, I stood trembling. Then said he unto me, Fear not, Daniel, for from the first day that thou didst set thine heart to understand and to chasten thyself before thy God, thy words were heard, and I am come for thy words. But the prince of the kingdom of Persia withstood me 21 days. But lo, Michael, one of the chief prince, came to help me, and I remained there with the king of Persia." You know, I was riding the other day and I saw a sign at a dry cleaner's that said same day service. And I began to think about that thing. You know, our God offers same day service. He does indeed. You see, here in the scripture, it records that the angel said, look, he said, from the first day, the first moment that you prayed, hey, he had been released with the answer that to Daniel's prayer, but he was held up, and so much so that Michael, one of the chief prince, had to come and assist him so that he could make his way to Daniel. So, you know, we can think back in our mind's eye where we were hopeful, we were humble, and we were praying and just looked like God was not here and looked like he wasn't moving. But the scripture assures us if we're asking for something that's in the will of God and that is going to benefit the people of God, that God will go ahead and release the answer. But we can't give up hope. We got to keep fasting. We got to keep praying. And most of all, we have to keep believing, because we know that without faith, it's impossible to please God. And just know that God is still offering same day services. I know that if you go back and you begin to think about some prayers that you have prayed, whether small or big, you are reminded of some times when God's answer came immediately. But we know, people of God, that this is a spiritual war that we're in, a spiritual battle that we're fighting, and we're in the heat of it. So I want to encourage you, take on that posture that Daniel had. Stay fasted, stay praying, and stay in expectation, and know that God is still offering same day services. Be encouraged, be blessed, and most of all, you have a God day. Okay? I'll see you next time at the kitchen table. Good day.